Welcome back. Let's open another viewer email. This person didn't provide a name. That's totally okay. But they wrote, I have an issue with the statement about 75% of the homeless contacted by housing caseworkers not being contacted again. They wrote, just how would the housing caseworkers find them again? Since the homeless are always being moved from one site to another, I don't think all homeless have cell phones. Again, we appreciate the email and the question. In case you missed yesterday's show, it's referencing our segment on this piece in the Oregonian. The headline, False Promises. 75% of unsheltered Portlanders contacted by a housing caseworker never heard back. The Oregonian partnered with staff at Street Roots and surveyed 300 people living on the streets of Multnomah County. And among their key findings, 66% of the unsheltered they talked to said they had never been approached by a housing caseworker. And most of those who had been approached only got that one meeting. 75% of that group said after that first meeting, the worker never got back in touch. Now, to the question that we got via email, that is very true. A lot of people living on the streets are really hard to contact, especially more than once. A lot of them move or are made to move frequently, and a lot of them don't have cell phones. But you've got to think, no one knows those realities more than those housing caseworkers. Like, they're experienced in this field, and they just frankly have to know how to do this work despite those harsh realities. And that being said, another impression that we here at KGW hear from our viewers a lot is the idea that people on the streets kind of want to be there. Like, they don't want services. They just want to be left alone and live outside. So I asked Nicole Hayden, the Oregonian reporter, their homelessness reporter who led the survey project, about that impression.
What did your reporting for this piece tell you about that perception?
Yeah, overwhelmingly, people told us that they wanted to be housed. And so there's no doubt in my mind that even those who told us that they weren't interested in housing, I believe they probably do also want housing too. They're just unsure of the process and are not trusting. And that's the same thing many outreach workers tell us as well, that no one is housing resistant or service resistant. It's just about building trust and showing people that there is hope in the system to get the things you need.
Street Roots, it just seems like they were vital. I mean, in getting this done. Like, how big of a help was that? And especially given that the majority of their vendors and staff are experiencing or have experienced homelessness.
Yeah, it was an immense help. I've done a survey research in the past by myself, and it feels impossible to do. So to have a full team helping you is so helpful. But then on top of that, having individuals who have lived experience, they really were able to give insight to some of the questions we asked. And they also knew a lot of folks that we were talking to. This one man, one of the vendors who was in his 70s, kept giving people pep talks like, no, you need to sign up for housing now. It takes a long time, but if you sign up now, in a year, you might have housing. And he just gave these little pep talks of, I was going through addiction. It was hard. I'm 70 and I made it through, and this could be you too. And it really inspired a lot of people we talked to kind of rethink what their possibilities were.
And a reminder, the city and county are adding housing caseworkers, going from 60 to about 80, and officials hope that helps strengthen this system. We, thanks to the Oregonians reporting, will be watching. We'll be right back.